Going on YouTube?
How you doing tonight, YouTube? All right, shut up. What's going on out there?
All right. So
Live
what's
me
up?
YouTube. We are recording and living.
Yes, we're recording on YouTube and live on Live Me.
Yeah.
Again, just to let our viewers on Live Me know, our microphones are not for Live Me. They are for our YouTube. So you guys can check us out on YouTube at the Dawgs House Podcast.
Or join us on Facebook at Dawgs House. Mm-hmm. Some interesting stuff happens sometimes.
Yes. How's your day?
I didn't really do much. I sat home.
Yeah, we on our way here, we just got pulled over, and like I say, he was pretty pleasant. You know, he wasn't rude or disrespectful, nothing like that. It was simple shit.
It's nice when they're not assholes.
Yeah, he came up, told us what the issue was and everything, and what the hell does that say?
Hey, cities.
Yeah, I don't know about it. I can't see that. Hold on.
Never. We were asked how often we jog. Oh, they just got pulled over. Now you get the rest of the story.
Show tummies, like, really? Is this a fucking porn site, or?
Oh, God.
I don't think so. We are not those dudes.
You left YouTube hanging on the story, though.
Yeah. Well, I left them all.
Hold on, no, wait. Let me lead you up to it.
Nope. That's not it.
Nope, that's not it at all. Hold on. Close. So we got pulled over by a Martian
Yeah.
and a fire truck. Okay, now he's back on.
Yeah, so we get pulled over, and guy comes up, and he's like, I pulled you over because your license plate lights are out. We were like, okay. You know, fucking, she doesn't even have a plate on the front of the truck. So it might have been why he was bitching so much about the the lights being out. Well, he gets her license registration, goes back to his vehicle. On his way back, he goes over to the lights, checks them, rubs them to see if it was just because they were dirty or whatnot. He comes up to the window. He's like, yeah, they're actually out. They're not dirty. They're just out. So he gave us a warning, just told us to fix them.
It could have been worse.
Yeah. But it was all right. So that's the story. And I had this shit in my pocket, which kind of was like, whoa.
For YouTube, if you didn't get to see that, actually, it was a little low, so he had marijuana.
Oh, yeah. YouTube's up here. Huh? Yes. I had these on me when we were pulled over. Uh-oh. Act cool. Act cool.
I'd be like, yo, officer, you got any marijuana on you? You smoking the ganja? Look in the, shit. That always sucks, though. You know, you're going to do something or something comes up and you're in a rush.
Yes,
usually.
of course.
It's always when you're in a rush, too, and all of a sudden, bang, here comes the sirens and boom.
Someone says, can you please follow me? Of course, we will follow everybody that follows us.
Right.
I check it after we're done with our broadcast. I'll go in and add everybody that, follows
Definitely.
us. And,
and for YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, hit the alert button. We'll
like, share,
you
follow,
get to know all the
subscribe.
time when we upload videos. So
Yeah, you never know
definitely.
when a video will be uploaded.
follow
It'll
us.
upload on YouTube, and I'll do videos on Live Me. So you guys, if you guys were to join both, then you guys would see what's going on in
It's like a
his
double show.
doghouse, yeah, and what's going on in my doghouse.
Right.
And then when we're together, we're in our doghouse. Technically.
Perfect.
Technically, it's still your doghouse, but
I ain't taking credit for this
we're
thing.
together.
I ain't taking credit for this house.
And did I see that someone asked if we jog?
No, we don't jog. I don't even like walking to the end of my driveway to get my truck started.
And you're probably talking to some lazy ass people.
We
when it
smoke
comes
weed,
to-
dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
When it
Do I
when
need
it
to
comes
say
to
more than that? I mean,
exercising, our
come on.
jobs are our exercising.
Yeah,
That's what
I
we do
work
for
and
exercise.
That's my exercise.
Yeah. I can tell you that this light right here is pretty warm.
It is warm, actually. I
And
should have
that
put
one
some
right here.
foil or something. Fuck, I need to come up with a new lighting plan. 'Cause
we need
or we
have
need to
them up
switch to
there
the
or
porch.
something.
That way we can use the outside. These would heat that porch with no problem.
Oh,
Holy
fuck yeah,
fucking
man.
shit. So,
You block it off on that one
Definitely.
side. Done.
shit.
But I wrote down some things so we could have something to talk about. Maybe someone didn't know anything about this, but I have 21 other uses for WD-40.
21.
21. There was 22, but the other one was kind of stupid. So fucking.
If someone
was
used it
for-
to spray like their wife's ass crack just to get a little lube,
it's
is that
probably-
on there?
No, that's not on my list.
Damn. Well,
And
there's
I
22
don't wanna-
uses. Look at that. See, I already hooked the brothers
Ugh.
up with a free one. That's like an
Oh,
extra.
No.
That might suck for a couple days. You might,
Suck. Holy shit. All right. Well, the WD on WD-40 stands for water displacement. The 40 stands for it was the 40th formula for WD-40. Yes. I just wanted to put that in there just for people that didn't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yo.
You should have let me do the breaking news.
Oh, well, breaking news.
Breaking
21 other uses for WD-40.
22.
No. Ain't
I
nobody
added
gonna
one.
spray that shit on their wife or girlfriend's asshole.
Never know. We've seen crazier shit.
Oh, dude, I bet that woman would punch that motherfucker right in his nose.
If not that night, she's definitely gonna when she's chasing cars around.
Her shit's gonna come out a lot easier.
I sprayed WD-40 in my cooch. 2 weeks later, I was chasing fucking Volkswagens. Number 2.
No, I was on number 1, fool.
Oh, sorry.
Not-
I thought
I'm
that
not
was
count-
number 1.
I'm not counting that one.
Oh, okay, we're still not counting that one.
You,
If your wife's
if
chasing
you
a
want to
Buick,
keep
hide
it,
the
if you guys
WD-40.
want to count it, you can count it. But I'm not counting it on my list.
Nothing funnier than watching your wife chasing cars around the neighborhood.
Well, number 1, keep spiders away. You know, spray it around your windowsill and stuff like that, or wherever you see spiders, you know, fucking start webbing. Spray it up in there.
And the funny part is you can watch them slide off the windowsill and back onto the ground.
Number 2, you can use it to waterproof your shoes and your boots.
Damn.
And
And if you ever get in a tight spot, you can cut a piece of your shoe off and wrap it around the nut.
yeah, there you go. See,
See that?
I'm gonna say these. He's gonna come up. I've seen this little trend that he's doing right here. So I'm gonna say these, and he's gonna come up with like an example or something, whatever he's
The
doing
backup
here.
plan or
You
just
know,
the
yeah.
use for it. So
You
it'll
know,
be like
another
you read
use,
off
like-
the work and I'll be the dictionary
Like he
in
just
our
did.
terms.
You with the waterproof your shoes and boots, you cut off a piece of your boot and reuse it as
There you
you
go.
know. There you go. See, shit like that, you get it. All right, number 3. This one's a little fucked up, but you gotta spray it. It doesn't work on all your bird feeders. It has to be the bird feeders that are on a pole. But you spray the you spray the pole so when the squirrel jumps or tries to climb up it just slides like a stripper.
So back to number 1. So if your wife's sliding up and down your bird pole, you know what happened.
That's funny. All
Chasing
right.
Buicks and okay, back to the
Number 4. It gets shit off from your shoes.
see that.
Mm-hmm.
So check this out, Kanye. If your loafers have shit on them, hey, it happens. You get to just spray some WD-40 on it, and off it'll come.
Oh man.
Or
She's
anybody
funny
else.
as hell. It will I'm not even gonna comment to her. But it says here for number 5, removes gum out of your hair and off jeans.
Damn.
So instead of cutting your hair, you know, if you're a girl or whatnot and have an uneven hair, and have to go and get a different fucking haircut now. You know, you had long hair, now it's got to be short, depending on where you get it.
So you could actually spray it in your kids' hair when they, running around the yard playing around. Then you could just spray it in your kids' hair. The neighbor be like, "Hey, why you put WD-40 in your kid's hair?"
Oh,
You'd be
so
like,
when
"Hey,
your kid
'cause I'm
puts
trying to-"
fucking gum in my kid's hair, it's not going to stay
Exactly,
there.
it's not staying there, bitch.
You know, when you use super glue, you usually get it on your fingers and shit.
Yeah, that sucks. It took me like a week one time. My fingers look like fucking ETs.
Yeah, WD-40 will get it off from there.
I was like, can't move nothing. Spock, whatever. I don't fucking know.
It removes paint smudges off from your car. Just spray it on and
think I
fucking
did
wipe
use
it
it for
off
that
with a
once.
rug. Removes your
rug?
rings.
Why do you
With
gotta-
the rag, I meant to say. Sorry, my bad, dude. Thanks for correcting me.
I got you, buddy. I
But
got you.
it'll help remove rings, pesky little rings that stay on your finger when you want them to freaking come off. You
So
know,
after
like
you
when
used
you
it-
break your finger and you need it to come off.
I was just thinking, after you used it on your wife's ass and it burned for 3 weeks, you're going to need to take your ring off anyway because the bitch divorced your ass. So.
Don't forget, use the WD-40.
Just remember
now.
that WD-40 not only is great for number 1, but it's horrible for number 2. Or 6. What do we have? What was that?
We're on number 9.
All right, so it was great for number 1, but horrible for number 9.
And loosen zippers. That was actually
So if
number
you ever
9.
get your ball sack stuck, bang,
Yep.
WD-40 it, and off it'll go.
Done.
Done.
Removes scuff marks off your floor. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't like
Just
that
don't
shit.
walk on that floor ever again because, bang, it doesn't help with concussions because that's going to be the most slipperiest floor on the motherfucking planet. But hey, do read the warning label.
Yeah. It removes the sticky. You know how when you peel off a sticker, or say a label off from your medication bottles before you throw them out or whatnot?
Or
And
you
then
sell
get
them to
that
the
sticky
neighbor.
Shit, or you pull off the back of your lighter right here, and you get that sticky shit. WD-40.
Or if you, one of them people out there that sell your prescription medication to somebody.
Yeah, there
Hey.
you go.
If you don't want to go to jail, use WD-40 to get that damn label off because I don't know why you sell your prescription, you stupid motherfucker, with the label on. But hey, we're helping you out tonight.
Thanks
Only
for
in
all the
Dog
likes, guys.
House.
We appreciate
Hit the
it.
subscribe. Hit the alert button. You want to know more tips? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you some more. Let us know what you want to know about, and we'll get some info on it.
Thank you for all the hearts.
Your gardens, or around your house, you get weeds around your house. Not smokable weed, but the bad weeds. It'll kill weed.
So the bad for me is much gardening as I do. McDonald's
you
would be
still got-
pissed if I had to start macing the motherfuckers with WD-40.
It'll clean your toilet. It helps with the stains, shit like that. Spray it in there, let it sit in there for a little bit, a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so, and then go in there and clean your toilet like normal.
Or you can skip number 1 and number 9 and keep your wife, and she'll just clean the toilet.
Ooh.
Or just, buy some WD-40.
Ooh, I'm not commenting with you on that one, man.
Got it.
All right, this is the doghouse. Fuck it. I got you. I'm
Thank
with you.
Left me hanging. I felt like this dude.
Just a chalk line on the road.
No shit. Look, I'm in his armpit.
You
Look
can-
what you're facing, though. Turn your head to the right.
I can't. It says remove hair. It removes hair dye stains from your clothes or whatever.
Hear that, Crystal? And
Keeps your car locks from freezing in the wintertime also. That's pretty
That's
good.
definitely helpful, especially for us New Englanders. I mean, it sucks when
Oh,
you have to
fuck
break
yeah.
your window. It's cold going to work.
When I go to work tomorrow, I'm fucking spraying the padlocks for our doors.
It does do
Because
good for
I'm
that,
having
too.
issues. I have issues getting into our maintenance shop in the morning. So I have to sit there and hold that fucking lock in my hand and let the warmth from my hand heat it up, and then fucking put the key in there and fucking. Hopefully
When we
it
were
works.
working up at Brookside doing the siding over last winter, we were fucking using torches and shit to heat the logs.
Yeah. They
see?
got that fucking heat gun there.
People out there paying attention could just squirt some WD-40 in that bitch. Done.
Removes paint from leather.
There you go.
You can remove.
So all the 80s musicians out there who, were painting your house in your leather.
Removes crayons and markers from the walls.
So for every house in America, helps with your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it helps with the gum, too. WD-40 is starting to be better than a box of baby wipes. I mean, shit.
We have number 20, removes grease from hands. You put it on your hands, spray it on your hands, wash them, wash your hands in it, and then rinse them, and then sit there and wash like you would normally with soap and water, you know what I mean, to get the rest of the shit off and wipe the WD-40 off your hands. No, which...
I like that orange shit.
On there. Yeah, we got that. I'm not a big fan of the smell of oranges. All the time. Yeah, but... We got it.
That's like the best part of it, the smell.
And the last one is you can lube up the freaking, when you open up your gas tank, you lube up the lid.
Oh, around like your gas tank and shit?
So it doesn't rust up and everything like that.
You don't have to listen to it, especially for people that have propane.
That's all my tips for today.
That's especially for the propane people.
Mm-hmm.
You got that fucking metal lid that always fucking,
So I hope you guys learned something today.
See that? You definitely want to hit the buttons above because shit.
Yeah, let us know if there's something you guys want to know more about. Freaking brake clean. What else can you use brake clean for?
I was thinking like KY jelly.
Oh my god.
22 uses for KY jelly. Okay. Well, if we're talking lube, I mean. All right.
Well, technically, we're just talking about water displacement.
Because I'm telling you right now, if we go back to number one of the WD-40 thing, you're going to wish we had the KY jelly talk. Trust me on that.
No, you want to use that.
Yeah, because then number 9's more fun. But again, though, think of the multiple purposes.
Do you even remember what number 9 was?
Yeah.
It loosens
to help get the
zipper.
ring off.
No, that was number 8.
All right, so we're back to, so skip to 9, go to 8. Well, even the zipper, if you get your nutsack. So when your son comes home because he was fucking in the bathroom at the boys' room, whacking off to the girls' fucking...
I hope not.
That came out all wrong.
I hope not.
What a day. So,
Dude,
yeah.
I feel like I'm leaning back when I look at this one.
I know it feels like that way.
I don't know. That's weird.
It's true, though. Think of the uses. Get gum out of your hair. You can lube your fucking zipper. You can...
That's horrible, dude.
1, 8, and 21 are just...
Ooh. I think one of my buddies that fucking donates some weed to us and shit there, he got a fucking extractor machine that's like 5 feet tall. I think he wants to do a podcast with us.
Oh, shit. That'd be cool, huh? Everybody out there, YouTube,
that could be
live
a
me.
Weed podcast right there.
Weed. We should do a weed show. I have a weed setting for the background, too.
So I wonder if we should get up in there, fucking do a show with them or something.
Definitely. And definitely, everybody, YouTube, check us out on Facebook at the Dawgs House. Dawgs House.
I never bring
It sucks they wouldn't let me put it like the Dog House podcast. Why do you got to be fucking douchebags? We'll get into that.
We're the dogs, I guess.
Yeah, so it's just Dawgs House, like we're fucking Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dawgs House.
Dog. There is some other shit that I was just reading up on too, and fucking I can't remember any of it, but goddamn, I can remember the feeling of how hot these fucking lights are.
So this is making us feel like we're in tropical paradise.
Fuck, man. I feel like I'm in Florida.
Imagine having to sit and do... If we have to keep adding lights, we're going to be sitting in our fucking Speedos doing this show. I mean, seriously. What the fuck?
We got 2 windows. It's wintertime. We got snow on the ground, fucking really cold outside and shit. And we got 2 windows here, halfway open, and it's still roasting chestnuts.
Bad. And one thing WD-40 is not good for, swamp ass.
Holy fuck. So I found that survival book.
That's cool.
So
I really think we should... So I have an idea. I ran this by Sarah, and I think... Because... So for the YouTube and Live Me subscribers, we are trying to look into maybe our Wednesday episode doing a survival outside in the winter. For us, it's going to suck because, by the way, it's not only cold in New England, it is raining this week in New England.
Yeah, it's horrible this
So we're thinking of actually putting ourselves with our cameras and heading outside and doing a what would you do in a survival situation for fire and camp setup.
We're going to go
get you through a
by
cold night.
this military book. It's for, I want to say it was for all branches of the U.S. military. But we'll go by there what they say that we should do.
We are obviously not going to, put ourselves in, well, you never know with us. We've been put in a crazy situation.
Man, we've done some stupid shit.
So on that note, that is our plan for our Wednesday video would be to do that. And so what would you think of doing what would you do if you fall to the ice?
I'm not going on the fucking river or a lake that has ice on it. You want me to get into this story with you?
Sure.
Okay. Now listen, I went fishing. Now I just got this fishing pole, traded somebody for it. Beautiful spider wire fishing pole, had the bait caster. I wasn't a big bait caster person, but, it was a beautiful fishing pole, so I wanted the damn thing. So I did the trade, and I want to test it out. So we went out on the canoe and everything. Well, I told him, I said, stay away from the currents. There's ice chunks, big ice chunks floating down the Androscoggin. All right, so it's kind of not a smart move to be out there anyway in a canoe.
And for those who don't know, the Androscoggin is actually a pretty good-sized river up in New England.
It used to be a logging river back
New
in the
Hampshire,
day.
so it is a pretty risky river to play on.
Oh, yeah.
There is logs that are like sticking out of the ground underneath, and it's a dangerous river.
Well,
so.
at this time, it was still cold outside, still winter. It wasn't quite spring yet. We were getting close to it, so that's why we had the big chunks of, ice coming down, the fucking little icebergs there. Well, I'm sitting there and I'm fishing, and dude goes right into a fucking current and slams us right onto a fucking big, huge ice chunk. Like, boom, fucking threw me out of the canoe. I landed on top of that ice chunk. My fucking fishing pole went to the bottom of the river. All my shit's gone. My phone was in my pocket. Man, I remembered my phone. I grabbed my phone out of my pocket as I'm hanging, in the water on this chunk of ice, and I looked down, that fucking ice was starting to break right in front of me. So I had to climb up onto the other part of the ice. Well, I got up onto there and fucking undid my battery from my phone, fucking shook it all out, fucking put it all back in together, and something was with me that day because it let me make a call out to your sister to tell her where I was and to bring clothes and hurry the fuck up because I just fell in the water. It was cold. Like, it was almost like a life and death situation. I'm standing on this chunk of fucking ice floating down the river going towards a dam.
All right, so obviously we wouldn't want to do this test on the river because even together, something seriously bad could happen.
Yeah.
But what if we did it in a brook that is not even like 2 feet deep? I know it doesn't really give the viewers, but I mean, obviously you could talk about it.
What about like a place, not this place, but as an example, Chicora? You remember the water's not, you could go out for fucking
Or
ever.
I was thinking like the brook right up by the hospital. Hey, what a perfect spot though, because it doesn't like...
The one behind it?
Yeah, well, it kind of runs along the back and down the side. Remember, they kind of the four-wheeler trails.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
It's very
slow. You can
slow.
get through there through Brookside, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of very low, so we're not in danger, obviously, with each other. And how about we'll look into it, and then we'll get back to our subscribers and stuff.
Scope
and
it
scope it out. I mean, like you just said, though, Matt, just think... You got, like you said yourself, you got lucky. Imagine if our viewers were in that spot and they just thought, hey, the doghouse did these 4 things. What do I do? Well,
I was standing on that chunk of ice floating down, and that thing was spinning slowly. You know what I mean? Right. Moving. And the water was probably that far up. Like, that's how far I was in the water. My feet were totally covered. It was up past my ankles, probably like almost halfway up my calf. Because my weight's standing on that fucking sheet of ice there. Well, we got by the National Guard. Like, when I looked across, I could see the National Guard. Well, I hit a current just right. I don't know how, but I moved into a current just right, and it pushed me over to shore.
Wasn't it
And the other, I don't want to say anyone's names or anything like that. But the guy that I was with, he was still on the canoe. He made it down a little further, and he just as he got towards the other side, he flipped out of the canoe and had to pull himself up. He was like right next to shore, but he flipped right out of the canoe.
Again, no, even being right at the shore doesn't necessarily mean that water when that's ice cold. That shock is fucking.
Well, I was
beyond
glad I was
belief,
with him.
You know what I mean? Like that's not a.
I was glad I was with him because
Right.
he's a Vietnam vet. You know what I mean? So he
understands kind
he
of
has
the
the survival instinct. You know what I mean? He knows that
it's
shit.
in his blood.
Well, he came, walked that canoe all the way back up the river through all the trees, shit like that, and came and picked me back up, and we got back across. And I went up to the top of the the banking there where the road was to wait for Crystal to show up and shit like that. But as I did that, he had a fire already going.
See,
we both,
it's
we
amazing
both fell
them
in the
instincts,
water, and he still was able to get a fire rolling.
Like most people's reaction, you hit that ice cold water, you panic and you're splashing, and they
no,
tell you to stay still,
panic.
let yourself adjust to the water, and then stick yourself to it, and let yourself.
Don't panic.
Definitely
That's the
don't
worst
panic.
Thing you can do is panic.
Yeah.
In any situation.
But we'll definitely look into that as we go, and we figured, we don't always have to just be. Mean and funny, or it actually helps to give some good pointers once in a while to actually show the other side of our show and how much we actually do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, we pick on
Instead of
midgets,
us
we
being
pick on
douchebags.
paraplegics, we make fun of people, but at the end of the day, again,
It's all fun and games.
right. And we also would love to be able to help people in the same thing. So
We are compassionate people.
we are. And maybe something
Oh,
we
no.
know can help somebody out there that is in that spot. You
like
come up to New
everybody.
Hampshire and think you come up to New Hampshire and try to have a great time because New Hampshire's #1 tourist state out there pretty much. Thinking, hey, everything's good, and you're out in the woods with your family, and all of a sudden, hey, guess what? Even the best of the best have trouble, and all of a sudden you're thinking, hey, I remember that episode where they showed me 3 things that just might have saved somebody's life or helped somebody out. So, I mean, if we can, that would definitely. I'm home. Fuck yeah, I'm in game for that shit. And hey, why not have a little fun at the same time?
And again, with that survival thing, that book that I have is not just for, winter time.
Right, I mean, summer, it's all year long.
Every season. So there's always something that we can go out there and do to show them, like summertime is, identify these plants that you can
What you can eat, what you can't
and
eat,
shit like that.
what
That'll give you
will
nutrients.
maybe ignite better in a fire, what won't.
We ain't Bear Grylls.
What's the
That's
number
for
one?
sure,
Think of
we're
what you
gonna
got to
go
do
by the book.
first. You know what I mean?
We're gonna see if the book tells us.
Maybe
the
we
truth.
should. I don't know if we have enough camera power and stuff though. Like a dual survival episode. You ever see that show? They drop them off in the middle of nowhere, and you gotta get back.
There's a bunch of. There's like 5 of them or something.
No, there's 2, but there's been a few.
But they
different
gotta make
ones.
their own shelter, their own.
Right,
fucking
you've got to
fire,
make it
food,
from
and you
point
gotta
A
last for
to
a
get
certain
until
amount.
you find a
Almost
civilization.
like Survivor, but
But
you're
real.
separated. Yeah, you're just.
But it's real.
Yeah. Well, on camera it is.
Right.
Off camera, who knows? It could have.
They all say the same thing. It is true. Unless something
They're not
dire
gonna-
straight, the camera and the crew is not supposed to intervene. I mean, it doesn't mean they don't.
They shouldn't.
We don't have a camera crew, so we know our camera crew is not going to intervene. If something happens,
You're looking at our camera crew.
Our
We
last
are.
wish is to just have our wives tell us, hey, guess what? This was their last video. They wanted you to see it. And right at the end, this right behind you, that would be Butch. I don't know.
No.
Maybe that's me. I don't know. Can't tell. That's probably both of us. Who knows? I doubt it, though.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Remember,
look like our
speaking of
outline.
that, wasn't it me and you that went out canoeing that day and lost the pole and we went back? Remember that?
Oh yeah.
We were
You
out-
borrowed.
well,
Yes. No, because remember.
How many
you
times
weren't
have
like
we
a
gone
big-
out and had some
Yeah,
fucking,
you
shit.
weren't like a big fisherman at that time. You know what I mean? Freaking, you were
Still
always
not.
working or something. Yeah, you were always busy doing something. But I got you to get out there, stuff, go fishing, shit like that. And
Get mad at me
you
when I beat
borrowed.
the fish off the rock because, hey.
Yeah, I did. But anyway,
Dun, dun, dun.
you borrowed Logan's pole. It was his brand new pole. I don't even think he got to use it yet.
I don't even think you knew I took it.
Well, we went out fishing. We're sitting in the canoe. Danny got hooked on something. Fucking, he dropped the pole or whatever in the river. We had to go back the next day. We went to Family Dollar, got some goggles and shit like that. Went back the next day and went swimming down to go and get that fucking fishing pole out of the water.
That sucked too, by the way.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. Fucking with the one I lost because the water was just way too fucking cold. And by the time spring would have came and warmer water and shit like that, it's gonna be rusted as shit, and I'm not gonna want that fucking thing.
That is for sure.
So I didn't even bother. But it's probably somewhere in there. It probably got swept down to the dam.
Actually, we found it. Remember, we went back a couple days later.
No, that was Logan's pole.
Oh, right,
the one that the spider wire one that I lost. Fucking.
It's funny though. You're under the bridge. All the cars are going by up above you, and you're thinking, "Wow, it's really deep." And it was only like 4 feet deep.
Yeah.
Right. We're out in the middle too.
Mm-hmm.
We used to fucking jump off the Milan Bridge all the time.
Oh, remember?
Fuck! I had the Milan cop chasing me once. So sorry if you didn't. And we're running down the bridge. I don't remember what I did wrong. I presume to do. And he's running. He was getting close, and I was getting tired. I was actually embarrassed because it was an old man. I'm fucking 16. And he was getting close, so I just went whoosh, right over the bridge.
Fuck it.
You get me, though.
It's funny.
Shit.
Dude, I wish I had my knife.
Yeah.
Well, I remember.
Fucking cut
remember when
people.
we took the canoe and we went upriver, and that fucking piece of shit brother of mine was with us?
Yeah, he wouldn't go off the fucking rope swing.
I don't want to get wet.
Little pussy wouldn't even do a rope swing.
So what did we
there,
do?
huh?
We had him help us, fucking paddle up to this island that's out in the middle of the Androscoggin. It goes like all the way up and shit. But they had the structure that was on there, and we climbed the damn thing. And what was it? The dumbass got out of the canoe, and he was climbing up. You and I were up on the top of that wood. Remember, we were gonna jump off it, and you said to me, "I dare you." No, wait. You don't have the balls to push that canoe down the river. I said, "Oh yeah," and I walked right back down that motherfucker, and I pushed that fucking canoe down the river. And then I climbed back up, and both of us jumped the fuck off and left the fucking piece of shit brother of mine sitting on that island. Remember, he had to jump in. He was forced to jump in.
He was pissed.
Oh yeah.
Remember, it sucked because the thing went a lot further than we planned. We're like,
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
It was worth it at the end, but shit.
Yeah, it was. That's fucking dangerous too. I didn't realize. I watched some history shit about the Androscoggin.
It's one of the most nastiest rivers out there.
That's fucking pretty dangerous. Well, not
if
the
you
part
went back
where we
like
were.
10 years ago, Androscoggin was actually killing fish. Like fish were just
no,
dying
the
because
fish
the
were
water was
fucking
so
yellow
bad.
and they had worms.
Remember that?
But remember, we were above the mill, so it was still.
And most of it was
clean
more
water.
towards like the Rumford area as that ended.
Yeah.
But again, though, I mean,
Rumford fucking stinks.
it is. It
They
sucks.
got that paper mill still.
The mills are fucking horrible.
I hated that shit. I'm glad Berlin got done with it. I
Yeah,
remember
that's definitely one of them things.
first
that
time
are,
ever coming up
pretty
here,
cool.
fucking smelling that. Oh my
It was
God!
horrible.
And I lived in
remember
the
that?
city. I came from the city.
The people on the other side of the town, you know what I mean? They're fucking like the smoke from the stacks are going right in all the houses.
Yeah, I remember my grandma lived on Cambridge Street, and we were fucking. I think it was Cambridge Street or Ottawa
think
Street.
we
One of
actually
no,
lived over
she
there,
lived
too.
on Main Street. It was Main Street. Yeah, Main Street. Because we used to sit on the porch in the morning time, have coffee and shit like that. Remember, we used to play football right across the street in
Yep.
the bank.
All the time.
And the fucking smell
All
would
the
just
time.
go. And even on Ottawa Street there, fucking in that big building that everybody.
That one was
used to-
horrible.
Oh, that
Remember
was the
as you
worst.
went up Ottawa Street, fucking,
That was the worst.
they didn't have a kid graduate from that street in fucking 32 years.
We used to play fucking football on that street. I remember you guys come over.
Street hockey from when I was a kid. We'd play street hockey up there. Thank you.
Well, I remember you guys all came over to my house. Remember, I was on the first floor on Ottawa Street at that building.
Yep.
And you guys all showed up to the door. Hey, you want to play some football? I think there was still some snow on the ground or something like that. and you were QB, and I was fucking running out there. You know, we didn't really have fucking spots. Everybody played everything. So, fucking remember, I ran out and I had to go to the hospital because I snatched that ball up. I was fucking running. The wind took it and moved it over, and I fucking jumped up, caught it right at the first down marker, and slammed my fucking shoulder in that telephone pole. It just fucking dropped
The
right
shit
on the
we
first
fucking
down
used
line.
to do.
I remember that. That was fucked up because it fucking hurt.
We
That
took a
hurt real
beating out
bad.
them sometimes, though.
fuck.
Shit, we used to play Thanksgiving at the PD across in that soccer
yeah.
field. And the cops would actually come out and watch because we'd be out there and fucking, you know what I mean? It didn't matter what the weather was. And they'd actually come
fuck.
out and watch because they were like, wow.
Those
you
were the
know?
days, man.
Yeah.
Those are fun times. And then fucking, we did some pretty nasty shit in the Purple House.
That was just a fucking drunken nightmare. The cockroaches took over that
What
house,
about
though.
yeah? What about the cheese's bed?
Remember that? Cheeseburger ready. 14 guys pissed on your bed. You went to bed that night and wondered how you went to bed. It's sad is what she...
Yeah.
The saddest part is she actually went to bed, woke up, thought she did it. And I mean, come on. There was what? All right, I won't say 30. There was at least 6 of us. I'm being lowballed. I really
Yeah.
think there was closer to 10.
Yeah, there's probably more.
But we'll even say 6 guys drinking, partying, all pissed on the bed. And she woke up and thought, hey, I pissed the bed last night, and I pissed a lot. Now we were just like, wow.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. I remember fucking. We used to do the in your house fucking wrestling. Oh my god.
The walls.
Whose head was it that went through? Was it
Hall's.
fucking? Yeah, I was gonna
Hall's
say.
body, Hall's head. Hall
Right
went to the
through the
hospital
fucking-
like more times than fucking.
He-
Remember when I stabbed him?
I remember when you put me in the
sucked.
fucking
Cops
ankle
came
lock
to
and
the
the
house like,
sharpshooter.
hey, you stabbed that motherfucker. You can't be stabbing your friends. I thought I was going to go to jail.
What do you mean I can't stab my friends? We're buddies.
I was like, I'm just playing. I didn't mean to go that deep. Who knew? Fucking big sharp knife go in your leg. Anyway.
All right, so we've been talking for a little bit.
We have.
and-
So thank you, YouTube, for listening to
Thank you,
our
thank
old time
you.
stories. So it's just
yes.
thank you, Live Me, for the hearts. And
Thank you for watching, joining our broadcast.
we just
Don't-
thought, let's do a different style of the dog house. I'm not just going to sit and make fun of midgets. And
Yeah.
let me show you the real side of what we actually want to do. And
Yeah, we're gonna.
I kind of look
start-
forward to doing a survival show, I'll be honest with you.
That'll be kind of fun.
It's been you notice as we get older, you know, and you think back and you're like, wow, you kind of miss some of the crazy shit. You know, I used to go jumping trains. I can't tell you how many times I fell in the river fucking walking on the ice and shit as a kid. And
No, I fell through the ice.
now I'm
once
like,
and I
hey,
won't
the
go
most
on it.
excitement I did was fucking cut 4 people off on the highway today and fucking made them scream at me. Now I start counting how many times I get flipped off on my way to work and on my way home from work as my excitement of the day. Not that obviously we love our lives. You know, we have
Yeah.
great families and it's fun as hell, but sometimes you're like, damn, I haven't flipped a car and I can't even tell you how long.
That's funny.
Shit, I don't even remember what handcuffs feel like. We used to be close.
Yeah, I don't like those either.
Well, that hasn't been as long.
And
as
you know,
anything
kids
else.
just want to they want to get toy ones. Man, just do something.
sucks, you
stupid.
know, every
you're
time the
gonna have your
fucking-
time in them. You're not gonna want those. you're gonna remember that you wanted handcuffs when you were a kid. So when you're an adult, you're gonna be like, why the fuck did I want those evil fucking bracelets?
Now I think
They don't mean anything good.
Come on. I think like, hey, let's buy them both a set. That way, when they fall asleep, I can run around, grab them, and tie you to the bed.
I'm gonna take care of this thing. Ow.
Shit. He's taking care of stuff, so hold on. Yeah, definitely. So definitely, YouTube, thank you for our subscribers out there that we have so far, and definitely hit the buttons up above and join the page and follow us on Facebook at Dawgs House. DAWGS house.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blow your concentration.
No, I was just thinking, like, how the fuck did I spell that again?
Which way did you go? I think
So, yeah.
Logan's here.
Cool.
I think he has his dad's
So-
truck.
Was it because I made fun of him last night for this talk? So for the people that actually do subscribe to us, my nephew, LJ, was on our practice #1 episode of the Doghouse. Remember, he was like, I'm gay.
Yeah, I'm gay.
Live TV, I'm gay. Guess what, guys? I'm gay. He's really not gay, though, for you guys out there. But so shout out to LJ.
No, he's far from it.
Yeah. He's actually turned out to be a really good kid.
He's smart.
It's kind of cool. He is really smart.
got a good
and
head on his
he's
shoulders.
He's going to go somewhere in life. So that's awesome. We're actually very proud of him. Still a little fairy, and I probably have to bitch slap him every once in a while, but you know, he's got his little do-over and shit. But hey, he is going somewhere, so that's what's important. There's a little midget car out there. You can fit 4 clowns or 12 midgets in it. I have to have at least one midget joke in that show. You know, come on, they're like, hey, wow, it's kind of weird to see him quiet on the show. If Sarah was to watch this, she'd be like, where's my husband? He's in focus. Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry, guys.
What's up, Live Me? Thank you
There
for
is-
all the hearts and
well-
everything out there and all the love. We definitely appreciate it and give it back to all of you out there. And for YouTube, definitely thank you for tuning in with us. And, well, today, I guess it's just listening to us
Ramble on.
talk on a Sunday night. You know, it was kind of, let's do a show. Fuck it.
That's why I labeled this one for Live Me, Another Night in the Doghouse.
Another night in the doghouse.
That's what it is. It's just another night in the doghouse right now.
It is. But who
gonna-
gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you know, if they, you know, our YouTube
thank you for the hearts. on it.
subscribers want to join us on Live Me, they could
Definitely.
see, you know, what footage I'm putting out there, you know, during the week when we're not broadcasting like this together. And, you know, they can, on Live Me, they can go over to our YouTube channel, the Dog's House Podcast.
Thank you for the hearts, Live Me.
And they can
What
see
they should
you're
both
doing.
do is follow us on our Facebook page at Dog's House, and then we could both start showing shit on there. That way, you can
Yeah.
actually follow us both. Because for Live Me, you get to watch us live, but you also get to see what live is. And for YouTube, where it's being recorded, they kind of get a little bit more of. They get a back screen. They get some sound here and there.
Yeah,
So
I didn't put my headphones
You
on
kind of
yet.
get the best of both worlds because you can ask us stuff live, but YouTube gets the better of the shows, I would say.
I didn't put those on yet, but
Yeah. So,
what the
but
fuck
thank
was
you
I
to
going
both
to
you
say,
guys
Dick?
and for all the hearts
Oh,
and
yeah.
for all our subscribers. And
did you notice what happened?
no,
Every time we both did
every
that,
time.
and we told them to follow us on this one and this one to follow us on that one.
Right.
You came out with the Facebook thing right after it played in pretty damn good.
We're getting used to this shit.
Yeah, that can't that.
It
you
is.
See that?
You know,
Did
when we
you
started,
guys notice that too?
thank you.
Did you notice that?
When we started, we were really like,
From
we
the
just wanted to go
beginning.
have some fun. But at the end of the day, it's actually it's kind of cool to actually get to sit, do a show, and, you know, do a live show and our recordings and go over shit. And, you know,
And
every
I,
podcaster out there is like, wow, that could suck. But every single one of them started at the same spot. And if you watch episode 1 to episode 10 to episode 50, it's a miracle how much, I mean, not a miracle, but it's amazing how much the show changes. And just in our
Yeah, and
episode,
we-
watch episode 1 to episode, you know, now. I
yeah.
think we got 8 or something. But
we went from a
know,
wooden
we-
backdrop to a green
Right,
screen,
we-
like
we were-
you know,
we-
Live Me seeing right now,
Exactly.
to actually having shit up on our green screen. So that's
And not just that. I mean, how many people could bend a board? Our wall was bent. Our wooden wall had a round corner.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking at the video the other day. I was just watching it, and I'm like, holy shit, our voices didn't line up. Now they do. I mean, we could actually sit with our mics up. I'm so used to putting my mic up because Remember when we were having the voice thing and we were like 3 seconds off and shit. So now we can actually leave it and be like, hey, guess what? Well, thank you. You know what I mean? Like,
Those are likes.
thank
So
you.
you don't have to label them hearts or stars if you don't want to. You can just say thanks for the likes. I was just letting you know.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if you want to whip out some diamonds like that, don't be afraid, you know.
Yeah, the gifts.
Hey, we all want to wet our beaks. You know, we're all thinking at the same at the end of the day.
Yeah. Gifts are nice.
So,
I like
hold
gifts.
on, everybody.
Do you
so
like
let
gifts?
me change our image since we're
Huh?
really not having a death.
Do you like
I love gifts. I can't remember the last time I got one, but
I know.
and I'm not meaning like I'm just thinking like a gift. Like what was the last cool gift I got? I know I'm supposed to say like, hey, your kids and shit, but that's not really what I was thinking.
Go away.
But you guys like some food?
No. Here, let's go old school. There we go, Butchie.
Warm.
We are warm.
It's a goddamn sauna in this motherfucker.
Hell yeah. So
We need to bring a fan and put a fan up in there.
no shit. And it just happens. It's like 32 degrees out or something. So
Yeah, and you can barely feel
You
the
can
coldness
barely feel
coming
the
through.
air.
These lights are amazing. Amazingly hot.
So this is actually our YouTube Facebook's page. Is this picture right here? So hold on.
I like it. Oh man, you know what?
Hey. How creative was that?
I didn't notice the fucking the leg right here. That's fucking awesome.
Isn't that cool?
I never noticed that.
Well, when I think the
we might
last
have been
time we had
blocking
it, our table was set up different. We weren't more of the
Yeah.
angle, and that part of it was actually behind you.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
Wow.
I like that picture. That's why I actually put it as our Facebook page picture. So, that's the picture you see on Dawgs House Facebook.
What the fuck? Huh? We know.
We actually, he has to watch this episode because we were being nice to him. So, he actually should tune into this episode.
We know.
So, definitely,
We
everybody,
know.
thank you
You're
for
everything.
shut our door for being nice and tuning into us tonight. As we've just been sitting here, kind of just shooting the breeze and going, kind of. This was like the episode. I don't know. It's your wife, dude. I don't fucking know. Hold on. See that? For the first time, you could tell our show is changing because for the first time, I did not rile Butch up. And matter of fact, bitch, you didn't even give me no compliments. We're over 45 minutes into the show, and I haven't gotten you going once today.
That's because it's not that type of show.
But I usually could still get you going. I mean, the list, I could have came up with some fucked up shit. I actually kept it pretty cool. Somewhat down on earth. You know, not many people.
Thanks for the likes,
Thank
guys.
you all.
Thanks for joining in.
So, definitely, I mean,
If you like the broadcast, don't forget to share it.
definitely should share it with everybody and share.
What he said.
Definitely. And for Live Meet, come on YouTube, subscribe to us, the Doghouse Podcast.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that, though, because I don't want an infomercial here. Hey, you got to tune into us every single night.
We just did it. We don't have to tell them.
Yeah, we don't
now.
have to tell them no more.
They
So,
know by now.
thank you
Thanks
for the likes.
likes.
So, yeah,
Fuck, man.
he's lost. It was your hit on the ball.
I just had it. Yeah, maybe
that was
that'll
your
help
thought.
me jog it.
You're going to, as soon as you take a hit off the ball, you're going to come up with, like, the best total thought.
No, not
I
really,
think-
but I left my laundry in the dryer.
Could have been worse. Could have left it in the washer.
But it's not my dryer.
Whose dryer is it?
It's everyone's dryer.
Oh, your house dryer?
Yeah.
Well,
And, well,
how are you?
I'm really...
So I got to
It's just
say,
my work stuff, you know, shit that I need for tomorrow. But I'm real picky about people just reaching their, you know, I like to be there to get my stuff out of the...
did you catch
out
Jamie
of the
smelling
dryer
your
and the-
boxers or something?
Dude, I wouldn't
be
put it
sad, huh?
past them. All right.
I was actually kidding, but I mean,
Me
you
too,
never
but-
know. I mean, you never know.
But anyway, you know, fucking, I have an issue with people just touching my clothes.
I hear that.
You know,
Definitely.
I don't like it at all. I won't. I don't want to touch your clothes. I don't want you touching my clothes. You know, I don't care if it's like a must, then I will. You know, like if the guy upstairs falls asleep, when he's doing his laundry or whatnot, and I have to have work clothes or whatever, I'll just put his stuff in there, whatever, and throw it in his basket for him. But I gotta keep it going. I gotta dry my shit.
That
And he
is for
doesn't.
sure.
He doesn't care, but it still bothers me, even though I do it. I don't know.
We used to rent all the time, and after you start renting a house for a while, you start realizing, like, wow, I'm not a good neighbor. And it's not that I do, you know what I mean? But, like,
No, I'm definitely not for people as neighbors anymore.
no, I mean, you get used to just wanting your space, and you're like, hey, get the fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I most definitely need.
like we're
need
so
my
used to
damn
being in a
space.
house that it's, to be back in an apartment, I'd pity the person that was next to me, I mean.
What did she say?
So, huh?
She said something.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, isn't
Sharing
she
is
sweet?
caring. That is sweet. Like gonorrhea.
Sharing is caring.
We're just kidding. Thank you. That is true.
Oh shit.
I can't even say that with a straight face.
You know what?
What?
I used the neighbor's roller and rolled up a mini blunt.
Was that the same as the one last night?
Yeah, like that. And
I was telling
I
Sarah.
didn't fucking choke through the whole thing. I
The blunt we
the whole
smoked last
fucking
night when
thing.
I seen you was
And-
not. We didn't joke at all. Like it was
Yeah.
very smooth.
And it's different, than the regular size blunt. You rip off fucking, like an inch of it so it fits in like a 70 millimeter roller.
Right.
And then roll your fucking shit. Oh my God. I didn't choke at all.
It's funny because we actually tried the papers you gave us, and they're actually great. It took forever. I was like, "Fuck! I've been smoking this joint for like fucking 2 days now."
Nice. Oh, you like the raw papers?
Yeah, we tried them, and they were actually
Those are the
really
ones
good.
that came from the weed box.
No shit. So, for the people out there, what? Oh shit! I think I kicked the light out.
Yeah, we're still good. Look at that. That actually,
I fixed it.
yeah.
It actually puts a
Oh,
shadow.
yeah, I
a little
just
bit
saw it.
right over there. Well, it was a little more over.
Fuck 'em.
Oh, I'm going around
Fuck it.
that way.
Look at me.
Jesus. Can't tell you. The one last problem we're fucking having is lighting. We just don't have enough room for the right lighting, so that kind of sucks.
See, they can't really see
Yeah. Look.
over here.
Look at that. So we have a light right here under the table. I have one right there, up there, up here,
And
down here, and down over there.
So it's pretty fucking warm. It's like we're sitting in
So
the
we got
middle of the
1,000 watts of just halogen lights, which put off a tremendous amount of heat. And then we have a 120 watt bulb and two 60 watt bulbs that try to light up us a little bit.
I think that's the. Remember, I was
Those are
telling you
eco
about the-
bulbs. Well, that one
Yeah.
is. That one's not. But
You see the difference? See how that one's like a
Yeah.
yellow and that one's like a white?
yeah,
That's what I was talking about for the bulb that I had,
right.
was the white one like that.
So
I want to thank you guys for
thank you,
joining us
everybody.
again.
And, yeah, we're just sitting here
Appreciate
tonight, and
those likes.
we were just kind of going over some stuff, playing episodes. I think it'd be kind of cool to get actually, because again, that thing has enough battery life, and we could make it work.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So, if we're gonna be a guys talk show, it seems like, because it went more from, you know what I mean, as will make it shit guys would do, and no, I mean, no offense to the ladies, we hope you all tune in too, but I mean,
Yeah, hey, they can learn. They can learn.
you never know.
They
What if
learn-
you're out in the woods and fucking your husband used that WD-40 to spray your ass and you got pissed off and you took off from him and all of a sudden, bam, you didn't get back to your car in time. He's got the keys. The bitch won't unlock the door for you. It'd be nice to know a a couple techniques that might help you out in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Rule number 1, always carry a knife.
rule number 2, don't spray your wife's ass crack with WD-40
She might not be happy.
in some sort of fire because it sucks trying to make a fire without it.
Yeah, you
and
can
for
use
the show
fire
on
lint.
Wednesday, we're not going to try to take the time. We are going to cheat on the fire part.
Well, see,
What if we'll
I
bring?
can
We
go
won't
and
bring a
grab-
lighter though. We'll bring a match
listen.
setup somehow. That way, it's at least somewhat not like hey, pick it up and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, listen.
or like maybe
fucking,
the push things like a welder uses to light a
what they
torch.
should use. I got flint and steel.
Yeah, something like that. Just
Mm-hmm.
something to make it a little. I don't want to be out there for like 4 hours. Be like, hey, we're still trying to make a fire.
Well, what you can do is if you save your paper towel rolls, and you go and you take your dryer lint and you stuff that inside the paper towel roll, or even your toilet paper rolls, and you just stuff it in there. That's good fire starter.
You know what else works good for those? You could put a gerbil in it. You could put the shop vac on it, blow, hook it to the end of the paper towel thing, and gerbil's fucking launched. Beep, 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 beep. Did you get him? Nope.
Oh shit! No, well, we could do that with the field mice. That take
You could do that with them little bastards too, because everybody, I don't care which state you live in, how clean or dirty
Dude,
you
they're
are,
bad this
they're
fucking
fucking
year.
everywhere. Them little raunchy motherfuckers,
I don't know how many of them. Dude, we have
fucking mice.
we got a red squirrel that keeps coming. It must live upstairs in the fucking rafters or something. But we have this red squirrel that keeps coming in and stealing our decon cubes.
That's what's
The
fucked
poison.
up. The
They'll
poison.
steal
They're
the
stealing
poison.
it. They're like, hey, this shit ain't nothing. This is like fucking.
The motherfucker took 4 packages in a day, and each package comes with 2. He fucking took them all and ate them.
Hey, good idea, Decon. Let's flavor it bacon. Nobody gives a shit.
How about you put some more potent shit in there?
They don't want to though, because then
They're
people
adapting
complain
to
that
it.
it's hurting the pets.
Well, then don't.
The problem
make it.
is the
Let's
mice
just
are like,
fucking
I don't
kill 'em.
care. We're happy with this. We'll come back and eat this shit. I don't care. You want to put this shit out? We'll eat this shit.
Dude, they're like Hulk.
They're
now.
adapting to it.
Yeah, they got Hulk turds and shit. Their turds aren't fucking
No.
brown anymore or black, whatever. They're fucking straight green.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking Tic Tac hanging out on the fucking counters and shit
Yeah.
at work. Well,
That's what
like
you
our
want to do.
workbench.
Let's just keep
Not
giving
counters,
them
but
birth
our-
defect shit. That way,
I don't like touching the fuck thing. I get
I
a
don't
fucking
either.
regular trap. Fucking put
It's
it
kind of
back, throw some
crazy.
peanut
A
butter
little
on the
fucking
thing.
critter this big that weighs less than a fucking, you know what I mean? Not even a quarter of
This
a pound.
probably weighs more than
Yeah, the packed bowl
it.
weighs
Weighs about
more.
as
It's
much as a fucking lighter.
Not a fucking person on the planet wants to touch that little fucking hairy, furry bastard.
Yeah, that's because fucking we learned from history they carry diseases.
If we learn anything from history,
You know what is it? What was it called? The pneumonic plague, blue. I don't fucking even know. The rat plague. That's what the fuck I call it. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. But yeah, that's. I don't like mice. I don't like rodents. I don't like really any of them nasty ass fuckers that are outside. I was out on my porch last night smoking a butt, and this
Thank you for the
motherfucking.
lights.
Thank you. There is a fucking raccoon out there.
You know what I say? I do.
Yes.
Because just like mice, they're vicious too. Them motherfuckers get pissed.
Well, I was sitting there. I fucking heard something, so I was like, "Whoa!" And I remember the neighbor saying something about, there was a raccoon out here a couple times. So I said I'd leave my light on and shit like that so they could see. Well, everybody was in bed. I knew that they were all in bed, so I shut it off. Well, I'm out there. I turned it on when I heard that shit, and I looked down, and all I saw was this fucking fat little head right around my garbage can. I was like, listen, we're not going to be friends, little trash panda. I will stomp on your fucking head. He took off. He went on the other side of the porch. I think he sat there waiting for me to go in. I'm not sure, but.
Probably, and then he just comes right back anyway, the little fucking queer. Furry little bastards. They're cute too. That's what's funny.
Yeah, that's what sucks is they're
But so
cool
ain't a
little
fucking
animal.
Alaskan grizzly bear. But don't, hey, I'm going to go walk up and pet that pretty bear. I've seen a lot of videos of it.
Man, you remember my wedding?
Huh?
You remember my wedding? That was
Your
fucking
neighbor
awesome.
going fucking pistol crazy.
Yeah.
The
Pistol
bear's
pack.
4 miles away. I think
we-
he just wanted to keep watching the people jump.
You know, we had on my wedding, we had a bear there for the whole weekend. He ended up, by the end of that weekend, becoming a Canadian bear. He got shipped the fuck out. We caught him in the trap, the fishing game set and everything. But
Hey, Canada, here's our luggage. Here's
Yeah.
our leftovers.
it was on our side. We dropped them off on the U.S. side.
Yeah,
But,
exactly. But they're right on the fucking line with shotguns. He comes out of the cage and they blast him off, and off to Canada
anyway.
he goes. It's kind of like the Mexican United States.
Yeah.
Now it's on the flip side of the
Yeah,
country,
yeah.
and it's the American Canada side. So, hey, Mexico, yes, we'll take yours, but Canada, you're getting ours, motherfuckers. Anyway,
Well,
sorry, I just went off track.
That bear stayed there for the whole weekend. Like I said, when we first noticed him, he was up in a fucking tree over on Jamie's side. And this tree, you have it sits like this, and the branch came out like that and curls up. Well, that bear was leaning on that, like with his back, laying like basically in the tree, and he starts rubbing his ass on the fucking branch, like scratching his ass with the fucking thing.
He was calling Jamie.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was funny as all hell. Well, he stayed again, the next day he come around and shit like that. It was the wedding day and stuff. He was hanging out, fucking, we had fishing game show up, and they had shotguns and everything. Fucking, we have a pistol packing preacher, and they go off, fucking, the bear's right around on the backside of the hill all day long. Well, they went over there, started firing off fucking shotguns and shit at it. It just had the bean bags or whatever in it, or the rubber bullets, one of the two. And fucking sent it off. Probably rubber bullets. Fucking sent it off. Gone. Thanks for the likes, guys. Well, we partied, that night and shit like that. Fucking Jello shots, everything, blah, blah, blah. Well, alcohol was left out that night. Jello shots everywhere. That bear came in that night while everybody was sleeping and fucking demolished all of that alcohol. Fucking every single Jello shot was gone. Fucking alcohol that was in the cups was gone. So he was one drunk fucking bear.
Your mom is calling, she needs a ride. Pick up the phone, 'cause it's raining outside. Your girlfriend's calling from old Doc Nab. Seems your dear old pappy gave her the crabs. Pick up.
And that's a Maine wedding.
Crabs. Maybe. But we're not from Maine, remember?
That is true. It ain't like New Hampshire is much different. I mean, we're fucking seven.
Depends on where you live.
We're 15 miles apart. Like, yeah, okay. That's a big difference.
We're further than that away from
It
each
is a
other.
little bit further than that, but I mean, shit.
You're 7 miles away from Gorham, give or take.
Yep.
Say about maybe 8 miles. So you're probably about 18 miles.
That's a whole lifetime away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like we didn't ever know anybody. The only good part about it is you have like 10 people in town, and I have like a whole bunch of dirtbags.
Yeah, I don't. The only people I deal with.
Not that
are the
everybody in this
people-
town's dirtbags, but I just know a whole bunch of dirtbags.
are the people that are fucking right in that building and neighbors next door.
Yeah.
Like, I like a lot of my neighbors except for one.
I don't know many of your neighbors. When I'm there, though, the ones that like I don't know seem very nice. Though they look very, you know what I mean. They don't ever. They just come over and socialize, and hey, let's all smoke together and shoot the breeze. Who gives a fuck? But that makes it the good thing about Maine. I mean,
Ooh-wee, I'm surprised. You actually got a phone call. Huh?
You got a phone call?
surprising. I love that
I got-
redneck shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I switched mine. I don't even know what it is. It's something similar
Everybody.
to that, but
Breaking news in the doghouse. Do you guys want to know Butch's ringtone?
he's lying.
I stole it.
Your mom is calling, she needs a ride. Pick up the phone, 'cause it's raining outside. Your girlfriend's calling from old Doc Nab. Seems your dear old pappy gave her the crabs. Pick up the phone, it's ringing like crazy. Pick up the phone, you're so damn lazy. Pick up.
Pick up the phone.
You have reached
so
Butch.
damn lazy.
Please leave a message after the beep. And don't you dare make fun of my uncle on that video. See? The fart was extra, but we
That
could.
was the beep, fool.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say we could sell that to the fans for $9.99. Fart in a jar. Signed Doghouse.
Dog farts.
Dog farts. I'll send you spitball shit. You'll never be asking me again for another one.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
It is horrible.
They don't want that dog shit.
Not at all. I bet you Trump would buy that shit to help our fucking military.
No.
No, unfortunately, we are not live on YouTube. We are recording.
Yes, we're just recording.
But the minute we are done this recording, I upload it so you actually can watch it. And now you have been told.
Yeah.
Bam.
So, live me, don't forget, after this broadcast ends, if you want to see what was going on our green screen right here behind us, then join us on the YouTube.
And you actually get to hear us a lot better. Our mics are synced
the
to our
Doghouse
YouTube page, and everything is set up more for our YouTube page. So,
Yeah.
as much as you get to actually interact with us, again, they kind of get a better. But actually, we'll probably go finish a few more hits off the bowl and give it a night for everybody. But we'll be trying to work it out, and hopefully Wednesday night when I upload the video, or probably Thursday morning, I'll have to upload it, depending on how long it takes us to film the video.
Not this
Yeah, not this one. This one will be put on right after the show. But our outdoor activity of survival guide will probably be the next day, just because I'll have to. But who knows? I'll try to get it on that night too. So maybe Wednesday night, Thursday morning, we'll upload that video. And that will be our first actual broadcast from outside our studio.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the likes. We appreciate it.
So it kind of shows how far we've actually got. Our show has actually developed into, thank you. Quite the show all of a sudden. It went from, hey, look at them goofy guy, one's in a sweatshirt, and we're talking like Japanese people. I want to offer you a taco. Thank you for all the likes and subscribe to our channel right above.
Off subject.
Yes.
Fucking Broncos won tonight. I was excited.
I was
to see
actually a
that.
little shocked. I was watching the game. Before
I-
you came, it was televised.
When I saw the score at,
Thank you for the hearts.
The
Likes.
last time it was 17-17 with less than 10 minutes left to go
Yep.
in the fourth. And then fucking we were driving past the barbecue place there and I saw their fucking TV and I saw the orange jersey, Broncos jersey. I was like, Denver made me think of the game again, so I went and checked it out and holy fuck. What are we, like 4-6?
I think you're
No,
5-6 now.
Well, it didn't
Since you won.
switch. Yeah, it didn't switch.
So you're 5
But
and 6.
the other team was 7-2.
Right. Bronco. No, 7-3. Pitt Steelers.
No, what I seen
They
now
should be
they're
7
set.
and 4.
Now they're
Or are
7-3.
they 7-4?
It was
Nah,
7
they're
and 2.
7-3, something like that. I don't know. I'm not a big Pittsburgh fan.
Yeah, no, they're rivals, so I don't like them.
Well, shout out to the Broncos tonight for
And
winning,
this-
though. I am a huge Colorado as a state
Fucking-
fan. I think I would love to live in Colorado. So Colorado can't say wouldn't see me soon, but
Those cocksucking Patriots fucking won too.
I have to say though, I was looking on our YouTube page because I did a little updating on our page as far as artwork and stuff, and everybody is from our country that watches us. So nobody in another country wants to watch us.
I'm
That's fucked
happy
up.
with that.
I mean, I'm happy. Thank you to our
I-
country for standing by your doghouse, but it's just wow. Remember when it was like a few, like
Yeah,
when we first started and all the
yeah.
bad episodes, it was nobody in our country and everything was outside. I think it was like the United Kingdom or something, or fucking, I don't
Yep,
know,
yep.
but it's like totally opposite now. It's all our country and nobody else wants to listen to our mouths.
What does
So,
that say?
yikes. Outdoor activity, yikes. Yeah. Just think though, if a bear comes up, we'll just punch that motherfucker right straight in his.
So where are we
fucking
going?
beak.
You're gonna.
I'm not sure yet. I figured we're not even gonna tell him. Well,
are you coming
we'll put
down
it
my
up.
way or am I coming up your way?
I don't know. Maybe we'll pick maybe somewhere down by.
Because I know,
like,
I know all that area there.
Huh? We'll come up with that. We'll see
And
how the.
deer. I don't know about up here, but there's not too many people that are hunting out in the back over there.
I think New Hampshire's done. They just finished. Friday was our last day. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember the bean at work was saying
if
that.
you don't have orange, I got another orange
You
jacket.
don't need no fucking orange, motherfucker.
Bullshit,
I
motherfucker.
got yellow.
Yep. You're gonna get shot. Don't stand
Well.
next to me, please. Stand like fucking
What a co-host, huh?
50
Don't stand near
yards away
me.
from me.
He's gonna be like the cameraman. The fucking
No, you're holding the camera.
great. You know what though? That's how we roll in the doghouse.
I'll have my camera.
It just shows seniority always wins.
Yeah, you're gonna die first.
Hey, bring it on, motherfucker! I'll kick Yogi's ass. Stupid fucking bear.
I got a knife about this.
I think the only animal I've ever punched was a cow once, and he just like, yeah, that was funny.
What are they? They're not gonna fucking. They're gonna just sit there and look at you.
I was so upset. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm not. I know this is like an animal cruelty story, but
He ain't that person anymore.
yeah, I was actually really young. I was like 20.
Why are you the only one that's fucking commenting here?
Yeah, so I was like 20, and I was remember how our jail up here has the farm, and I was working on the farm. I won't tell you why I got put in that place, but. And the cow stepped on my foot, and it was like 3 a.m, and I was already, I'm in jail as it is, so I'm already in a bad mood. And I'm like 20, my ego, you know what I mean? You already know. And I fucking punched that motherfucker as hard as I could, and I'm telling you, that little cocksucker didn't even blink. Like, not even a... So I grabbed a shovel, and I cocked that son of a bitch right in the head. Dink! That's all you heard.
Danny's over there fucking tenderizing fucking steak for everyone.
I was so fucking pissed off. It hurt too, and it was cold out. It was winter, and I fucking nailed that motherfucker with everything behind I could punch. And back in the day, I actually hit pretty hard. I mean, that he didn't even blink. Like you wouldn't think a fly landed on his eyeball. Like nothing. Not a fucking. Okay, you win. Nothing. Not a fucking. Lift a paw, not a poof. You're just like, is that it, little fucking dumbass?
I worked on a cow farm before. Not the same way you worked on a cow farm, though. I went to the cow farm and applied for the job.
Well, I applied for the job, but I committed the crime.
Well, at that time, it kind of didn't really fit the type of person that I was, that job. So it only lasted like a couple weeks anyway.
Right.
But I had a couple fucking different experiences with these fucking cows. Farmer said that, they're gonna act weird in the beginning, like the first week. And by weird is they're gonna try to like fucking judge what type of person, you know what I mean? Fucking like get a sense for my
what they're working with.
Aurora,
Animals
whatever,
actually have a really
energy,
good sense of the
energy
person
that
if
comes
they're
off of me, shit like
abusive or
that.
not. Animals are really good with that shit, so they'll know if you're gonna hit them in the head with a shovel.
Yeah. Well, I went and I had to go and grab them out of their the barn and shit like that. Well, I'm walking them through. There's a little fucking corral type thing that, you walk them all the way through into the other barn, the milking barn. Well, as we're walking through, this corral gets a little bit skinnier than all the other areas. Well, these two come up on the side of me, and then they just start closing in. I had to lift myself up and over them so they didn't fucking squash me in between them.
They had that shit planned out.
Oh, yeah, I was right.
They're like, hey, he's going to be the co-host of the guy that hit our cousin with a fucking shovel.
I fucking sat there and just held myself up on top of them, and they just walked. Like, they didn't move anything.
We used to ride him and shit. Cows are fun to ride.
Yeah, I don't know. I
You
wouldn't
didn't do that either.
No, fuck that. No, I'm sitting
That
there.
wasn't abusive, though. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, I'll get to that. Hold on. There's another fucking when they go into their stalls to get milk. You know, their asses are facing backwards. Thanks for the likes. Their asses are facing backwards, and you gotta go and spray the iodine and shit like that, and then go by, wipe it off with the paper towel and stuff, and then hook up the machine. You know, and shit like that. Well, I was sitting there waiting for the milking machines to be done. And I'm sitting on the steps, and fucking cow came up right behind me so fucking quiet that he licked the back of my fucking head. It was like alfalfa that fucking shit. But to go back on to riding animals that aren't riding animals, you know, like to jump
riding
on
animals, like
yeah, like a
thank
horse.
you.
A horse is a riding animal.
It
You know,
is.
shit like that. But that's what I mean. Deer and moose and bear and well, bulls you ride, I guess too. But the other ones
Yeah.
you don't ride. And if you were caught riding on those, you would get in trouble for
Well, you gotta love the
molesting.
90s. Molest? I didn't fucking molest that motherfucker.
That's what I said.
Shit. I
But
didn't do
that's
nothing.
what they charge you with is
I won't say
molesting
there
the
wasn't a little
animal.
hair pulling because how the hell was I going to stay on? But that wasn't like molesting and shit. This ain't fucking, you know what I mean? Like, holy fucking shit.
That's what I said, but it was weird when I heard that.
Your mom is calling, she needs a ride. Pick up the phone 'cause it's raining outside.
I'll have to say this, though, because that was the first time I've ever been around cows that I can remember anyway. So the fucked up thing I saw that was kind of the most freakiest thing is when they breed them. And that dude had his fucking arm up in that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was fist fucking the shit out of her.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That
don't
I'll
ever
have
see
to
me
say
do
was
that.
probably the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. And it was,
Yeah, there'd be no way in hell I could do that.
hell no. I mean,
Dude, I couldn't even.
imagine being elbow deep in the fucking cooch.
Dude, I
The sad
couldn't-
part was the fucking sheriff had his hand in the butthole.
That's gross.
I'm just kidding. I don't know if he did or not.
Dude, I could fucking.
He could have been tongue in the butthole and
I'd be
fucking them.
puking off
I don't
from
know.
that.
It was fucking yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Obviously,
Certain, like,
after because
smells
obviously
will
there's
fucking
certain
hit
things. I mean, come on, when you can fist fuck a cow and nothing don't give a shit. I mean,
And how do you sleep at night?
no shit, huh?
Knowing your arm.
What'd you do today? I
you were
made it
just
3 fucking cows.
Shoulder deep in a cow's
Yeah.
ass.
And you go home to the wife and you try to fucking get crazy here and you're fucking you got your glove on and she's like, what the fuck, dude? Stay. Whoa.
Yeah,
calm
throw
down.
the glove on. Oh, off subject. Like before I forget, I don't know why the fuck it just popped into my fucking head, but Richard likes to call himself GTS, Gilead Taxi Service, or call himself the Uber driver. Well, my boss and I we were talking about it. Yeah. Well, my boss and I were talking about it. And I told him I was like, yeah, he likes to call himself GTS, the Gilead Taxi Service, but the only thing I ever think of with the GTS is go to sleep. All the time, go to sleep.
Go to stupids.
Who's that? But fucking.
I mean,
my
everybody
boss
comes up with
says. My boss says, yeah, it's not Uber for him. He's like Uber's like the city. He's like, you guys are in Gilead. He's like, it's the goober. He's like, I should call him the goober.
Gomer.
Yeah.
He'll come tow your car. He'll be with the sheriff. I mean, you could be all total Gomer, pal.
That's funny as hell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
We
it stinks we
appreciate it.
actually had to do a show a little later because somebody got pulled over. But
Hey,
was
on
kinda-
another note,
we got another note. That's
Yes.
awesome.
I gotta make some phone calls to go and take that class and shit and blah 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 blah.
For your license?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
So if you tune
We're
into
gonna
Road
get-
Rage, you'll actually see that Butch does not have any.
well, actually, you know what? No, none of my shit.
I'm glad
is
you're taking
ever
it though. It's
from
kind of cool that you're
fucking-
actually going to get it done.
Nothing's been like aggressive or anything on my record, whatever. Nothing like that. I've always been,
It'll be good to have
polite
you
and
mobile. You know what I
respectful.
mean? Like, you just never know. We'll be able to get
Well,
to do more that
we
way.
want to, yeah. Well, what we want to do is we want to get the Murano back up and runs. You know what I mean? We just got to
Thank you.
get that rear subframe, the cross member there. We got to get that checked out. And if that's all good, fucking we can fix it, whatever it needs. Then it's only minor shit.
Right.
Minor. That fucking car, we need a battery, that's for sure, because that fucking thing will not start.
It's definitely good to have two
I had
vehicles
to
living
remember
where we
I told
do too.
I sent you a message earlier, before we came up, that I was sitting in the fucking car waiting for it to charge and shit like that. I was smoking a bowl while I
Yep.
was waiting
Exactly.
and talking to my cousin, but I got it running and shit. Once I started it, fucking she turned over real good. No hesitation or anything like that after. But I put it in reverse and fucking stepped on that fucking thing said boom, gone. Fucking like a bullet. I didn't step on it like that, gas like
Nice.
all the way down. I obviously know how to drive.
I've driven it a couple
But that-
times. It actually was a good running
It
little fucking
grips.
wagon.
There was snow all around that fucking car. I said, "Whack."
Yep. Remember,
That
she used to
thing's
let
fucking-
me take it a couple times last
That
winter
thing is
when I was
really
going out
good
to cash
in
my
the-
checks
in the
Maine.
snow.
Thank you. And it is. It was a good running little buggy
So she wants to get that, fixed up.
for her,
She'll
right?
run that,
I was gonna say that's my
and I'm
dog.
gonna get the truck.
Take that fucking. Don't let Logan hear you. My car gets 48,000 miles to the gallon. Hey, guess what? Yeah, my fucking truck
I'll be
just
like,
ran
yeah,
your car over. You
and-
little fucking pipsqueak.
And when you're stuck, fuck man, something keeps poking my fucking.
Yeah, I gotta. You can see a spot. I gotta sand that a little more.
It is
Then I'm gonna
weird.
paint it
Pieces
because
of wood,
the one
little
bad
pieces.
is with the green. Our table's so light that it's causing the. So if we put this black, that'll help. But anyway, so thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. It's
Yes.
it was actually cool to actually have a different side to the doghouse, and definitely hit the buttons above for live me. Follow Facebook Dawgs House, and check
our
us out on YouTube at
YouTube, the Dawgs House Podcast.
the Dog House Podcast.
Dogs, I thought it was. I
Is
thought
it?
you put it at dogs.
I think I did. Maybe it
think
is.
it's
I don't know.
dogs.
Either way, it'll
It's the
come up
Dawgs
anyway.
House
So
Podcast.
follow us on YouTube too, and for YouTube, follow us on Live Me, and thank you
Everybody
all for
have a good
tuning
night.
in. And
Thanks for
definitely
joining
have a
our
great
broadcast.
night.
We appreciate
and,
it.
Hopefully, so we'll try to do the video before we promise it. We are going to try to do it, but if something happens, we'll at least give you a show. Because obviously,
Yeah,
if
we'll still
we
do
have a
our
problem,
normal.
right? If something happens and we can't upload it or something goes wrong, we will definitely tune into the show and explain what
But-
happened. But our goal is to do a outdoor survival, what to do if it sucks out and you just
And-
got put in a spot. Fuck.
What he just said was all for YouTube
Right.
about that. Live,
Live
me,
me, you'll definitely want to tune into our YouTube page to see our video that we are going to make.
yes, live me. You guys will see our video, because
They'll be like, wow, they're actually more than just two stoners that sit at the table.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
You guys will be able to see it live as we're doing it, but because you're in the chest mount that I have that straps around me and stuff.
You're going to get
It's
boob
what
tube
you're sitting-
vision.
Yeah, you're getting boob tube vision.
See that? YouTube, you're lucky. You get the camera.
You guys are actually
Live
sitting
me.
in the mount right now.
You're definitely going to want to start tuning into our YouTube page because you're getting boob tube.
Mm-hmm.
It could be worse, though. It could
And
be a
YouTube
saggy
should
boob
join
tube.
into our live
Imagine
me.
if it was like a 60-year-old lady and her boobs were at the knees. It'd be a sucky view. You'd be looking like a chipmunk. But anyway,
Hey, did I tell you before we sign
on.
out? Did I tell you about that the flying squirrel?
no.
Well, we're sitting there, fucking my boss and I. We're doing line work on the lift and everything. We get up to the top, get out of the cart, stretch, smoke a bot, whatever, eat something if we have it, get something to drink. Well, he's looking at the back because it's our job for maintenance and shit. We
Right.
got to look at the structure of the
Make sure
building,
everything's right,
and,
obviously.
shit like that. So we were looking behind because there's a vent right there and shit. Making sure everything was cool. Well, it's molding up back there, so we're gonna have to replace that this next summer. Well, the whole back wall will have to be replaced. Well, he's like, "Oh, we're up in the eaves too, and everything." Well, I look up, and he was on one side of the building. I'm on the other side of the shack. It's only like what, a 10 by 10 or something like that. Fucking, I look up, and dude, no further than what you are for me. Thanks for the hearts. We love it. no further than you are from me was a fucking squirrel's head sitting right there. I was like, what the fuck? You know, it freaked me out. I wasn't expecting to see that.
Last thing you see is little eyes looking at you. You know?
Yeah. Well, I backed the fuck up. I was like, hey, Jim, I was like, there's a fucking squirrel or something up in here. Well, we didn't know that it was a flying squirrel at that time. And he sat there, took the dead blow hammer, and fucking boom, hit that side. That fucking thing, whoop, right out of there like a bat out of hell, dude. Leaves were fucking flying up behind it as it flew out of there.
That's awesome.
Like,
they go pretty far too, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Wow, that
Yeah.
fucking little bastard just took off." And
Oh,
all of a
that
sudden,
shit was
3 trees
fucking
later, you
awesome.
know, you're chasing them down with your pellet gun.
yeah.
Ah,
No,
fuck
I
you.
like the flying squirrels. They're cool.
Yeah, they're all cool.
They're fucking awesome to watch.
Guess
But-
what? See you soon.
See you
So
guys.
on that note,
Thanks for all the likes. We appreciate it a lot.
follow us.
Your mom is calling, she needs a ride. Pick up the phone, 'cause it's raining outside. Your girlfriend's calling from old Doc Nab. Seen your dear old Pappy, gave her the crabs. Pick up the phone, it's ringing like crazy. Pick up the